Hi everyone. As you can see, I'm here at Deals Gap, elevation 1756 it says here. Anyway, we're going to go down the Dragon. As you know, we were here in May and they were doing a lot of paving on the Dragon. And they say it's all finished now, and I'm real curious to see how it turned out. There were some spots where it was starting to come apart. But it wasn't bad. I didn't think it was really all that bad, but you know, hey, you got to catch it when you can. You know, around here with all the freezing and thawing, you could have the pavement could break up real quick, and that's nothing fun on a motorcycle. Speaking of motorcycles, what I'm riding on is as you know, is a 2020 Can-Am Rally Riker, or Riker Rally, excuse me, and it's a three-wheeler. Two in the front, one in the back. I've been following a gentleman online, Moto Giant. He had a real bad accident, and he's really not considering yet what he's going to do as far as going back riding again. But I was going to suggest, I suggested a Riker, and he said he'd been on one and he didn't really like it. He's more of an adventure bike guy. He likes to go camping and off-road and all that stuff. And to be fair, the Riker, even the Rally, which is supposed to be have a little bit of off-road capability, is not really the bike for that, or whatever you want to call it. Can-Am actually calls this a roadster, but I refer to it as a bike just because I call everything a bike. But I do still have my, oh, this is nice right here. This is really, oh, this is smooth. This is baby bottom smooth right here, guys. You need to come back up here. Oh, this is really sweet. Anyway, it's my personal opinion. I think the Riker is absolutely the perfect mountain bike because it will go around corners just like the finest sports car, and yet you're still riding it. You still get the riding experience. There's no leaning. I mean, you lean, but you only lean to stay in the seat, not to go around the corner. You can lean all day, and if you don't turn the steering, if you don't turn the bars, it's not going to go around the corner. But oh, they did a super job on this part of it, at least. Way to go, Tennessee. Excellent. But, it was a real pain in the butt while they were paving it. It was a lot of one-way traffic and safety cars and stuff like that. But the end result has been well worth it. This thing is great. Wow. Used to be an old commercial about a guy who had a sporty car and people always wanted to race him, and he'd always tell them, no, I got a bowl of goldfish on the seat. Well, you could go down this road with a bowl of goldfish on the seat, and you wouldn't splash them out, I don't know. But it is this is August 13th, 2024, and real pretty day. It's early in the morning for us, 10 o'clock. We don't usually get moving that early because we're retired and we don't have to. And you know, 2 or 3 hours, I'd say 3 to 4 hours riding a day is really all that we really need to really have a good time here. And we spend a lot of time in the campground taking it easy and just relaxing, letting all our cares and woes just bleed away. But like I said, the Riker I think is an excellent platform for this. I really think he's missing out if he wanted to change his ride. If Moto Giant wanted to change his riding to really more roads, you know, mountain roads and stuff like that. I'm not suggesting long distance trips, which is what he usually does, but if he changed his riding style a little bit, I think this would be the perfect thing for him. Because I mean, this is, whereas it's nothing on a bike either. I mean, you're just leaning and just going around the corners. This is nothing to just do this. The thing about a Riker is, the Rally version, excuse me, of this year model, if I put it in rally mode, I could basically drift this thing around the corners, and it would do a real good job. Oop, somebody behind me, coming to move fast mover. I'll get over for him. There you go, sir. Go right on by. But see, I mean, he's leaning and all that, but I'm not staying that far behind him. See, I mean, I can go, but I'm not going to because I'm an old guy and I don't need to. I've had plenty of years going fast, but I think those are all behind me now, as is most of my life. But I'll be 72 in another month or so, and I'm starting to slow down. I'm starting to wear out. Not as quick as I was, not as smart as I used to be, and I can't see as well, hear as well. Can't do much of anything, although nap. I can nap like crazy. I'm probably the best napper I know. Although my dad really set the bar high. I don't think he ever saw more than 5 minutes of a television show. He'd be asleep, nodded out. But report from the Dragon. This thing is fantastic. They have really done a great job. If you've been wanting to come to the Dragon, this is the time to come, because this road is fantastic. There are a lot of places, a lot of pull-offs. Now there is a little bit of an edge. Of course, you know, this is a mountain road. You go to the left here, you go down a couple hundred feet real easy. Or you can hit the mountain on the right here going down. But there are lots of little pull-offs that they put in that you can go around, no problems. But the only issue I think you might have is because they've repaved it, it's a little taller, and that edge right there is a little taller. So it might be a little easier to slip off and not be able to climb back up. Now look, that's a pretty decent little ditch right there. But anyway, you know, it's nothing out of the ordinary for this road. But unfortunately, people do get hurt and some get killed on this road. But that's just, you can say the same for any road you've ever been on for that. But you know how you get on a rhythm on your motorcycle sometimes in the twisties when it's right, left, and you say, oh, that's cool. It's like that on this all the time, you know. It's just lean left, lean right, just to stay in the seat, and the bike just tracks around. I'm not really going fast. I mean, I'm 26 miles an hour. That's pretty fast around some of these corners. Yeah, the speed limit here is 30. I think at some point down here a little farther it might go to 40, but it always has been 30 through here. I'm assuming it still is. I didn't actually look for a speed limit sign because I'm never going to be speeding on this thing to speak of. But see, that's a 15-mile-an-hour corner coming up here. You know, and that, you know, that's I'll have to hit the brakes for that. But I'm still going 23 miles an hour around it. Here comes the dip. Gravity cavity, I believe they call this. No, it's pretty good. Might have taken a little bit of the oomph out of that one, but I think that was still a really nice corner. But the last time we were here, they had done sections of the road, and they would do a little patch and skip some and do another little patch. I'm not sure really quite why they did it that way, but it sure turned out well. My dad would be really happy with this road. He worked for a paving company, construction company, and he would look at this road and say, hey, you did a good job. They did a lot of work up in the mountains. As a kid, I got to come see a lot of it. But my plan is here I'm going to ride down to the overlook and spin around there and come back up, meet my lovely wife back at Deal's Gap. I think she's going to get a snack and maybe go look for something I can buy her for her birthday. See, when you get old like we are, it's probably better just to let the person that's having the birthday go ahead and pick out something if they want something. And as for me, I don't need anything. In fact, what I'd like for her to do is come take some of my stuff and give it to somebody or throw it away or something. I'm just covered up in stuff. It's all good stuff, but it's, you know, stuff I may never use again. Who knows? I always collect tools. I've always been mechanically attracted to mechanical things. Let's put it that way. And never been. I won't say I'm much of a mechanic, but I have worked on a lot of stuff to try to maintain all my stuff. So far, so good. But collect a bunch of tools. I forget what you pick up I'll go through my toolbox and I'll pick it. Why the hell did I buy this? And then I'll remember some really obscure little something I was working on. I had to get a tool or make a tool or borrow a tool or whatever. Back there was the only road off of the tail of the Dragon, and it's a dirt track. I don't know where it goes exactly, but it's a dead end. You're not supposed to go in there. That's the end that comes out. There's some guys moving pretty fast. They're having fun. I don't have any problem with that. I mean, nobody lives on this road. If you stay in your lane, want to be a little exuberant, by all means. I certainly did when I was a kid, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say you shouldn't do it. I enjoyed it. But there are risks, and you should be aware of them. And you can also be crazy. And I don't recommend that at all. So, won't be too much longer. We'll be getting up to the overlook. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this one complete long video just so you can see the Dragon right now as it's paved, and I highly recommend you turn the sound down to nothing if you don't want to hear me droning on along with the drone of the bike here, because I'm just talking. I mean, I'll tell you, this road is nice. Now this is a Tuesday, and so it's not overwhelming. I noticed Deals Gap didn't hardly have anybody there. And a lot of you poor suckers have to go to work. Well, if you're retired or if you can get off, Tuesday or Wednesday are great days out here. Usually everybody's at work except you, and you can have this place all to yourself. And it's a really nice road. And there's Killboy. Killboy's out here taking some pictures. What you can do on that, okay, the time is 10:18, and I said August 13th. Well, tonight or tomorrow I can punch in 10 o'clock on Killboy's website and scroll through there, and there'll be 4 or 5 pictures of me, which is interesting and nice, and I'm glad they did it. But I don't need any more pictures of me on this bike. I'm certainly not dressed for it. I'm actually wearing blue jeans, which I never wear. But I found this pair when I was packing for the trip this weekend, and I said, heck, I never wear these doggone things. I think I might have bought them for my dating pants or going out pants, so I don't have to wear black everywhere. But I just have black jeans, I guess you call them, and I wear those all the time. Black and gray, my colors. Limb out in the road just there. It wasn't much of just a stick, really. But yeah, they've got all this finished. I imagine it goes all the way to the overlook. We'll find out here shortly. Well, they've got some good grip on this road. These guys are going a little faster than I remember them last time. Some of these guys really cooking. Just a couple little places here where you get a little bit of a opening in the trees. It's not really much of a view. We're actually looking at another little hill on the other side there that we're going to be on in just a second. You can see one of the lakes from the overlook, but that's about the most scenic spot. There's not really any place to pull off and, just to look, unless you just want to look at the woods. Like right here off to the left, there's really nothing you can see. Just too overgrown with trees, which is great. What we call tree tunnels there. I'm in the shade the whole time here. This is great, and then there'll be little spots of sunlight. Yeah, they did a good job. Now this is Highway 129. on the North Carolina side. I believe it still is. Yeah, I'm still driving on US 129, and this is a major highway. This at one time was the only way to get to Deals Gap, Robbinsville, that Bryson City, that's from this part of Tennessee. But now it's a restricted road. The restriction being you can't bring a semi down here. They say anything over 30 feet, which would include trucks with trailers, cars pulling campers, things like that. If they're too big, you'll have trouble on some of these switchbacks. You know, like right here, a semi has he'd have to pull way out on that, pull off there to make it around that corner without dragging his trailer through it. Here's a 129 photo. They do the same thing Killboy does. They just take photos, put them up. They're really good quality photos. And here's where we were before, where we could see across. That's where we came from, back over off to our left. No, you can't see it, but like I said, they did an excellent job on the paving. A couple places people pull off and just watch. Oh, he's going to take some shots. I tell you, this pavement, this thing is really cornered. I'm on rails. This thing is just fantastic. I'm going to hit the brakes once, I think, on this whole trip down. It just depends on how much effort you want to put into it. This does not have power steering, and so you got to turn the bars, and it's quite a bit. Now, these bars are a little wider than standard, and that's on purpose. Oh, there's 2129 again. I thought we just passed it. It'll be a better picture coming back. Like I said, I might look at them. My wife likes to look at them, see if there's one that she might want, but I've already got my best pictures from this, I think. There we go, slingshot. Yeah, I didn't think there were that many people on here today, but they're coming from the Virginia side, looks like. I've been lucky. I've only, I think, been passed once. And they had a place to pull off. That was good. Like I said, there are lots of places here now. And that's protocol. You get a fast mover comes up on you, please pull over. If you're just on a straightaway like this, if you can see ahead, wave them on by you. Move over and let them slip on by. We'll be returning in October, God willing, and the trees will probably have started to change colors by then. It was pretty last October, and we'll come and ride this, and we'll ride the Skyway, and a lot of places. We'll hit Wayhaw Road. That's one of our favorites. They're doing so much construction on Moonshiner 28 up around the Robbinsville area and the road that goes to Robbinsville. I want to say that's 128, but I don't know. But it's a lot of one-way and lead car stuff, where you have to wait a long time. So fortunately we can avoid that. We can go out the back way out of Iron Horse and come out past all the construction. So that's not an issue. Just takes a little longer than it normally would, because we'd be running 55 on 28. Yeah. There'd be some really nice views if these trees weren't here, but I would never want those trees to be cut down just for a view. Oh yeah, there's some pretty view out there. Okay, coming up on the overlook. I'll wind it up here. Hope everybody has a great day. Come out to the tail of the dragon. Bye-bye.